Hey everyone, let's dive right into the incredible story of mighty rivers. We're going to explore how these massive flows of water literally shape our world, from carving up the land itself to building entire economies. And we'll be using China's amazing Yangtze River as our main guide. So let's get started. So you have to wonder, right? How can something as basic as water become powerful enough to carve canyons, build massive economies, and even change the planet? Well, we're about to find out as we explore a river's natural power, the incredible wealth it can create, and yeah, the problems that come with building our lives around it. Okay, first things first, let's talk about a river's raw natural power. Long before we ever showed up to build dams or cities, the river itself was a master architect, constantly re-sculpting the land it touches. We always think of ocean waves carving out cliffs and shaping the coastline, right? Well, rivers are doing the exact same thing, just inland. They are relentless sculptors, using the force of erosion to wear away rock and soil in one spot, and then using deposition to build up new land somewhere else. It's happening constantly. Now, this incredible ability has a really cool name, geomorphic influence. If you just break down the word, geo means earth, and morphic means shape, so it's literally the power of a river to reshape the earth. And honestly, understanding this one concept is the key to everything else we're going to talk about today. And here's a perfect example of that in action, a meander. You've definitely seen a river that snakes back and forth like this. That's not random at all. The river is actively carving that path. It erodes the outer bank where the water's moving fastest, and then it drops sediment on the slower inner bank. That, right there, is geomorphology happening before our very eyes. So we've established that rivers have this incredible natural power. And for thousands of years, humans have looked at that power and recognized its potential for wealth, for growth, for building civilizations. And there is no better case study for this than China's mighty Yangtze River. This brings us to a really crucial question, one that gets to the very heart of the relationship between people and rivers. How exactly has the Yangtze become a cornerstone of China's entire economy? The answer is, well, in pretty much every way you can imagine. The Yangtze is like a superhighway for trade and transport. Its water irrigates enormous farms. Its powerful flow generates massive amounts of electricity. All of this combines to create a powerful pull factor, drawing people and industries to its banks, all looking for opportunity. Let's just zoom in on one of those gifts for a second, irrigation. It sounds a bit technical, but it's really a simple, brilliant process of just channeling river water to farmland. Without the Yangtze doing this, China's agricultural heartland just couldn't grow enough food to feed its massive population. It's that critical. And then you've got hydroelectricity. This is where we take that raw, geomorphic power we talked about earlier, that natural flow and force of the river, and we convert it into electricity. The most famous example is the massive Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze, which powers a huge chunk of the country's industry. So, all of these benefits, the jobs, the food, the power, they create this irresistible pull. People flock to the river. But what happens when millions upon millions of people cluster along its banks? Well, that's where the challenges really start to pop up. This brings us back to that idea of pull factors. It's the promise, the promise of better jobs, of easy transport. It literally pulls people from the countryside into cities right on the riverbanks. It's this powerful magnet for migration, and it's all fueled by the hope for a better life. And this massive shift of people moving into cities has a name: urbanization. And along rivers like the Yangtze, it's happening at a scale and a speed that the world has, frankly, never seen before. So this rapid growth, it's really a double-edged sword. On one side, you have these incredible opportunities, better jobs, better pay, but on the other side, the challenges are just immense. Overpopulation, pollution, and the tough reality that there are often not enough jobs or houses to go around for everyone. But the story doesn't just end on the riverbank. Not at all. What happens on a single river like the Yangtze can actually send ripples out across the entire planet. Take climate change, for example. A warming planet means more extreme weather, which can mean much more intense rainfall. And where does all that extra water go? It flows into our rivers, and that can turn a source of life into a serious source of risk with a much, much higher chance of devastating floods. And the global impacts are really significant. Beyond just the increased flood risk, you've got pollution from one river that can flow across borders and into our shared oceans. Mega projects like dams can damage ecosystems for thousands of miles. And as water becomes more scarce, competition over rivers that cross national borders, well, that can create some serious international tension.
So, all of this leaves us with one final, really vital question. We know rivers can shape the land, build economies, and connect our world. But as our planet faces all these new challenges, how must our relationship with these mighty rivers evolve? Something to think about.